Welcome back to the channel. I am your host, Shandon Kaya, where I like to talk about all the perks of living in Tampa Bay. And today, I'm going to be giving you a step-by-step guide for navigating the home buying process here in St. Petersburg. There's a misconception that the home buying process starts when you're ready to look for homes, you're ready to put in an offer, but that cannot be farther from the truth. In reality, it starts way before that. It starts right here, where you have to prepare yourself mentally to say, I'm ready to be a homeowner and I'm gonna take the steps that are gonna get me to home ownership. If you're watching this video, then I'm sure you've heard before the many benefits of home ownership. But the reason I got into real estate is because that's where a large majority of wealth is built globally, and it starts with a mindset change. You can start changing this mindset by educating yourself on what homeownership looks like, the pros and cons, watching videos like this one to best prepare yourself for when you are actually a homeowner. Now, when you're finally ready to leap into the world of real estate, I'd say a good place to start is to speak with either a realtor or a lender to go over your real estate goals so you can put a plan together and make actionable steps for how to get there. The conversation you have with your realtor is going to be your non-negotiables, what you must have in your home, what's optional, of course, location based on your lifestyle, proximity to work, schools, etc. A lender is going to be able to break down your financials. They're going to tell you your income, your debt, how much you're going to need to make, what credit score you need to have in order to finance the home you're going to plan on purchasing. Now, when it comes to St. Petersburg, deciding where you want to live shouldn't be too hard of a problem. St. Pete has a neighborhood for just about anybody. The culture here is very diverse and they have homes in all price ranges. If you're a first-time home buyer looking for a starter home for your family or a property where you can build some equity, I'd point you in the direction of South St. Pete. These are going to be neighborhoods like Bartlett Park, Childs Park, and Pinellas Point. I like to call these opportunity zones because it's where the property values are relatively low compared to the rest of the city, and you can get in at a great price and have the opportunity to build the equity in the short and long term. If you're a young couple and you have 2 incomes, no kids, I would probably point you in the direction of North St. Pete in neighborhoods like Pinellas Park, Kenneth City, Distant Heights, North Kenwood, where the property values are moderate compared to other parts of St. Pete, but you can take that opportunity to use both incomes to secure a really great property in an awesome neighborhood. Now, if you're a luxury buyer and you've got some money to spend, I'd probably point you in the direction of downtown or St. Pete Beach. We're actually in downtown right now in one of my personal favorite neighborhoods, Old Historic Northeast, where you can find some beautifully maintained historic properties, something waterfront, or something downtown where you have a walkability factor that you won't find anywhere else in the city. All right, so you've done your digging, you've narrowed down your criteria with your realtor, you've got your pre-approval from your lender. What comes next? You start to see some homes. You shop in those neighborhoods you spoke about with your realtor, and then you put in an offer. As soon as you find the home you want, your realtor should be able to write you up an offer with the price and terms at which you and the seller can agree upon. Congratulations, your offer got accepted. What comes next? Now that you're under contract, you're gonna have anywhere from 3 to 5 days to submit your earnest money deposit. This is typically 1% of the purchase price and is just a check that tells the seller, hey, I'm serious about buying your property, here's my earnest money. After that, you're gonna have an inspection period. This is gonna be anywhere from 7 to 15 days, and it's gonna allow you to get an inspector to inspect the home, tell you what's right, what's wrong with it, and what needs to be taken care of in order for you to get financing for the property. The inspection period is where negotiations happen, and this is where I take pride in my work as an agent because this is where I win deals for my clients. If there's certain parts of the home or the inspection you don't like or you feel like need fixed, you can go back to the listing agent or the seller and say, hey, look, I want this taken care of before I close on the home. But if they're not willing to do so and they want to sell the house as is, you can say, hey, look, if you're not going to fix the problem, I'd like an X amount of dollars in a seller credit at the time of closing. If that happens and they agree, you can get a check from anywhere from 3 to 6% of the purchase price, depending on what kind of loan you use. If the seller rejects repairs and a seller credit, it's not the end of the world. You can also ask for a price reduction. I've seen my clients receive price reductions anywhere from $10,000 to $25,000 off the original purchase price. After negotiations have wrapped up and all parties have come to agreement, the next step is the appraisal. A bank or lender is going to send an appraiser out to the property to give what they believe is true market value for said property. This is important because say you're under contract for $250,000. If the appraisal value is at $250,000, great, nothing has to happen. If it appraises over at say $260,000, even better, you've walked into instant equity. But say it falls short and appraises at $240,000, or there's a couple ways this could go. The seller could either one, lower the purchase price to the appraised value, you close on the house at $240,000, or you'd have to pay the difference of that $10,000 in cash. And in this market, a lot of buyers don't have that. So it's almost in the best interest of the seller to just go ahead and sell the property at the appraised value. And finally, it's closing time. After the appraisal comes back and the lender does what they need to do, they will give you a clear to close, ideally at least a week before closing. And then you head to the closing table and you sign all the documents and boom, you get the keys to your new home. Hopefully, if you work with a realtor like me, that gets you a nice closing gift that will give you a warm welcome into your new home for you and your family. The home buying process can be complicated, but it doesn't have to be. It's important to continue educating yourself and partnering with people like myself who can help you navigate the process. If you think you're ready to start working towards real estate investing, financial freedom, and generational wealth for your future self and family, reach out to me. I'd be honored to help you start that journey. I'm gonna drop my contact information on screen so you can get in touch. However, that's gonna be the end of this video. So if you enjoyed, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and stay tuned for more. Peace.